Alright, what's up everyone? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today we're going to look at oil, light crude oil futures. As you can see over here today, look at this right here. Oil, it is currently down over $13 so far, a little over 32%. It is absolutely getting annihilated today before the market opens, before Monday. It's Sunday night currently, and it is just getting annihilated. Not even in the last crash, about in the 2014, 15, 16, did it ever drop this far in a single day, and it is absolutely getting destroyed. What's going on now is Russia and OPEC are battling it out about price cuts, and so the market is cratering. Add in the fact that the coronavirus has taken its toll on the global economy as far as production. Basically China's shutting down for almost a month, and it affecting a bunch of other economies as well, and it is a straight bloodbath. So let's go over the charts here real quick. I just wanted to talk about this because to see where price currently is and where we can expect it to end up before all is said and done. So what we're looking at right here is the daily chart for the futures, and using this pivot high right here, this pivot low down here, you can see how price came up and hit it real nicely off of that level right there. So if this is going to be a true kind of trade right here, that's going to go down and hit the hex right here, down around here. There's the target zone for that move right there. And again, as you can see up over here, I'm using this pivot right here instead of this top one right here, because if you use that top one, it goes down to a negative, so that obviously wouldn't work out for it. So using that swing high right there, that swing low right there, came up, hit between the 78.6 and 88.6 box. So if this is going to be a true, if it does complete, which it's not guaranteed to, but if it does, you can look at around at least $10 a barrel, somewhere between $0 and $10 a barrel. Obviously can't go in negative territory, but yeah. So if it does, yeah, for this setup to complete, which it could, it is valid. Not saying it's going to. Looking at $10 a barrel, which is just freaking insane, man. I mean, because look down here, about in February 16, the low it ever got to was around $26, $27, and then currently today we're around $27.77. So it's just insane for the drop that it had for it. So that's the long term, that's the real long term view on the chart for it right there. Look at a little bit more up to date, still using the daily chart right here, because at this point in time I'll go to the 5-minute chart, but it's just one huge gap. I mean, look at that. When the market opened today, it was at about 40.93, and now before it even registered from everyone, the contracts just ditching it didn't open until about 33.76. Now it's gone down even more, down to 27, about 27.50ish around there. So if you're looking at these setups right here, there's a couple that we had, and I mean, they're all getting completed right there. So I mean, these just short setups are just getting completed one after the other. So the first one, we'll start from the top one. We got this top one right here, looking at another 78.6 trade right here. Swing high, swing low. Price came up, never hit the 78.6 level, did hit the 61.8 level. This, you can of course get in at 61.8. I used to. Now I wait till at least at 78.6 or the 88.6 up to get in, and then I would have the stop loss just north of the 100% right there. So you see, perfectly valid trade, came down, and look at this. Currently, when it opened up today, it's down here at the bottom of the target area. Always look to get out just north of it right there. So if I was in this, of course I wasn't, but if I was, I would have gotten out right there. But it's gone all the way down here to that target zone for it, and it could continue to go down lower. It's already starting to break down lower from it. Then over here we had an expanding triangle short setup right here. You have the first point, either one of these is fine, about equal, but it's going to be that one. First point, second point, third point. This is slightly a lower low. I went and make sure that a little bit earlier. Lower low than that one. So first point, second point, third point, and then fourth. Nope, not lower low. So then that's the true fourth one right there. And then price came and broke it down. Let me show you what it looks like with the Fibonacci retracement levels on there. Using that. See, price came up, hit the 78.6, and also hit the 88.6 right there before it just started taking off on a straight nosedive down there. Came down here. Let's take this off right here. Came down there, found some support down there at the bottom of the target zone right there that we're looking for. Bounced back up some on Friday, and now ever since then it has just straight skyrocketed down. So I mean, eventually this gap will come and get filled. This is just, I've never seen a gap this big in the oil market before. All the way from about 4103 down to about 3374. Just insane, man. Oh goodness. So that's all right there. I mean, the downside may not be over. Like I said, we still have this one way down over here. If you're looking at that, we'll go back to the weekly chart right here just to make it look a little clearer for it. You still have that one down over here. So if this market is truly just going to melt down and come all the way using that pivot right there, that pivot right there, that one right there, you're looking at coming down all the way down over here. Not saying it's going to, but you know, definitely could, the way things are going right down there right now. So the biggest question is, will this remain the low back from about the February 2016 was around $27? Is that going to keep the low right there, or is it going to continue just melt down until around at least the $10 level right here? If it does, the last time it was around $10. Well, here you have it about 1085 around 1998. So you're looking at over 20 years ago when it, you know, it had its huge rise up to about 147, crash, rise up, crash, medium rise up, and now going back down. So we shall see what happens. Yeah, let me go to the 5-minute chart here real quick. I mean, look at this. It's just one huge gap down. There's really nothing that you can use to trade that. I mean, you can put the 21 EMA on there if you're looking at some like second entries for it. You have, let's see, going up. There's first, there's second, so close below that. Yep, you could get in down there, and then just would have taken in all the way. There you have a low. There you have the first failed entry, second failed entry, going down. Yeah, you've been safe up there. Come back down again. So I mean, if you're looking at doing some scalping and stuff, you just want to do some failed second entries on the short side, because until this thing finds some stability somewhere, especially being south of the 21, just, you know, short this. Don't look to try to do a dead cat bounce for it. But one stock I will be looking at from this, which I already started to actually last week, is buying some Exxon. When price is around $50, start buying it, because I'll tell you what, let me go to the weekly chart for it. There you go. So looking at it down here, it's around $47. Even back in the financial crisis, 2008ish or so, it just went down to about 56. Then you had another low down here around 56. Now it's gone even lower than that currently. Plus, one thing it has done, it has started its own 5-point retracement level. So, excuse me, the expanded triangle set up. So here you have first, second, third. Now we have a fourth. So if you want to use this low right here, which you definitely could, you're getting extremely close to hitting the 78.6 level right here. Let me go ahead and draw this box in right there. This would be the buy box, and this would be the target box right up there. So for this trade that I'm doing right here, this is going to be, and you know, full disclosure, I do own Exxon stock, and I am going to hold on to it long term. Dividend is like around 7%, which is just ridiculous for the stock right now. And so hopefully don't cut it, but there's the buy zone box I'm looking for. So like I said, I already started buying some of it, and I'm not even going to use the exit on this thing right here. I'm not going to keep that. I would normally have to exit if I was trading like the futures, day trading futures around probably about 27.41, just for an example, assuming that this was a future, obviously not stock. But I'm just holding this thing long term, so even if it does go below this, I'm just going to keep on buying it. But definitely seeing close to buy zone box, so I start buying it. And the exit I will have, it will be up, you know, at least around that minimum 80, but hopefully I hold on to it, assuming this setup does work. If this does, excuse me, If this does hold on and you can use this as the swing low, it doesn't break below this and it starts turning back up, then I will look to hold this up until about the 120 or so, just short of this box up here, about 124. So Exxon right now, for me personally, is a screaming buy. I will be buying it. I'll be holding it long term, collecting that dividend until it turns back around. It's created the expanded triangle, the fourth point. 1, 2, 3, 4. So looking for it to come up and do the fifth point. So that's one of the reasons why I like this trade setup so much, is you're using these Fibonacci retracement levels, plus you're looking for the fourth point to turn back around and create the fifth point to complete the expanding triangle for it. So that's my kind of stock tip for the week of what I'm looking for and what I'm doing. So when the market does open tomorrow, I will be purchasing some more Exxon. Where that's going to be, who knows when the market opens up. It's probably going to be a bloodbath, at least for a little while tomorrow. And then after that, who knows? But I'm going to keep on buying it the lower it gets. I might add somewhere to my position around 47-ish, and if it keeps on going lower, say down to the 40s, I might add somewhere there, and then about every $5. Excuse me. Assuming it keeps going lower, going to keep on adding to it. So that is the one kind of positive with this oil price crash going on right now, is a stock like Exxon, in my opinion, is providing extremely good value for what I'm looking to do. So check it out for yourself, but that's what I'm doing. So anyways, be safe out there, have fun trading, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.